Okay, so I don't know where I'm going to go with this, but I wanted to record this little tidbit before I forget it, which I already forgot because I already forgot once because things were happening, but now that's bedtime. I remembered it again, and yeah, so I watched this video, The Loss Experienced and Change by Professor Viral. And, it's if the thumbnail is Land of the Lustrous. I've seen Land of the Lustrous a long time ago. I want to say it was great. However, I don't believe I have the ability right now to explain why it felt great to me. But anyway, hopefully I'll remember to leave link to the video in the description. Remind me if I don't do that. If I don't link this video in the description. Though, I'm not sure if it's been 2 months yet, so I don't know if any links in my description are clickable, but 2 months can go by sometime, and hopefully that like retroactively makes it to where all links in all of my videos are clickable. Anyway, so I'll be kind of frank. I don't understand much of the video. Like, there's things that he's talked about paired with Land of the Lustrous footage that makes sense to me, but overall, like, I don't know. I can't, like, it's kind of not relevant, but it'd be nice if I could articulate what exactly I'm trying, like, there's something I got from it. I'm just not sure if I understand most of the things that he has articulated in the video, but from it overall, something that I got from it was the gem's purpose, and I guess it was an interesting watch for like analyzing the psychology that these gem beings face, and well, how they are and like how they change or don't and stuff. But the reason why I wanted to record this is because of this thing that I got in my mind from it, where the finding something that's uniquely me that is valued by other people, more or less. I guess people that I care about, or the group I care about, or something like I don't want to say society because that's like a big group, and I doubt. Uh, uh, that sounds like a big ask anyway, but like something that's uniquely me that I feel is of value to people that I care about. But it also relates to a feeling of like having a place where you belong, but not exactly a place, but like more so that you fit into the puzzle as your unique self brings value to the puzzle or something. I don't know. I'm I assume that people are going to be smart enough to figure out what the hell I'm trying to say with this. But so when it comes to there's another interesting thing in there where like after Foss changes, she kind of acts like the one Black Diamond girl, I forget what they call her, unfortunately. But I want to say it's Brit or something. My brain's telling me that that doesn't really make sense, but anyway, Foss kind of starts acting like her because like an obligation to duty because she has these strong powers or whatever now and can protect people, so now she's like in duty mode, not even enjoying the kind of purpose she has. But I don't know. The show ends on a kind of weird cliffhanger to me. But it also like kind of makes sense because the change has also, you know, changed her, and the video talking about, you know, change and the bits of ourselves that we lose from it to change into something new, possibly better, is an interesting one. Because it also seems like in her pursuit to for change, she ends up kind of losing her way. Just like how she loses her memories, she loses like her original goal in the pursuit of trying to chase it as well as take some shortcuts. Because of doubts and shit. And it's starting to scare me now that maybe fucking I can, maybe I can, ask those same questions about can I make some parallels between that and my life, where my pursuit to the kind of schemes or shortcuts that I thought that I tried to make were kind of short-sighted, but I'm not sure what I'd exactly lost from it, because change isn't exactly permanent. Like, there have been projects that I've eventually abandoned, and so I've been more or less feeling like I'm back at square one. But I also don't know, like, said something about said something about like comfort would lead to death or something. I think it's more of a metaphorical death of the soul or something. Because Phosphorus at the start was kind of living in comfort, not really having, like, she could just laze about and still be like, should be like fragile, so can't do much, but she has the privilege to just lay about and exist. But she feels like she needs some kind of unique purpose. So I don't know. Like, maybe there's just different kinds of comfort, because even though she, at the start, she's like in a comfortable position, kind of, she was uncomfortable with it. Like, she was uncomfortable just existing to exist. And but there's I don't know. There's another type of comfort where you're talking about, like, finding one's unique purpose for existing. Where someone can find comfort with the fact they exist by finding some unique situation or task that only they can do that can be valuable. Like with Diamond, as he describes in the video. So if I was hoping I can just talk a bit about this, pause it, and then continue some other time so I can go to bed. Continue with some other type of topic. But I feel like it would just make more sense to just run this topic to its course so I don't forget what I talked about previously. So, how can I apply this to myself? And the obvious thing which I wanted to record myself talking about and remember is the idea of, wanting something that's uniquely me, that perhaps only I can do, and it being valued by people. Though the added idea of being valued by people I care about is kind of throwing a wrench into my preconceptions because I don't know, maybe it's just a perspective for me to think about and explore, but it calls into question why I have a YouTube channel. Because in the this is probably not accurate to me, but in the broadest sense, how YouTube is usually, done or whatever is you upload videos and maybe some algorithm will show them to people, and so people you don't even know will maybe watch the video and maybe find value in it, And that too is valid. And I don't know. It might put me in a a parallel might be with Cinnabar, where if the Lunarians would, want to kidnap her and shit, then at least she would be valued by the enemy, but the enemy doesn't even want Cinnabar, so it's a bit depressing. But But yeah, I don't know. I haven't really thought about the people, like, have I not thought about the people I care about? Because I don't know. I'm feeling kind of I'm feeling I don't want to accidentally open up a can of worms inside of me or some shit. But my content and the people I care about, like, I've done some things for the people I care about in the past. And why? Oh, okay, yeah. I think I get a little bit. All right, so like, let's say I draw something for someone's birthday, which I have before. Okay, this might be harder than I thought, because this isn't going to be like a hard facts kind of thing. At least that's how I feel. And I think it'd be better for my brain to actually know what I'm talking about by just describing it first and then like deconstructing the shit. So I draw something for someone's birthday. And what I like about it that's unique, something that I've done that's unique for them, is I drew their character with a kind of with a birthday cake, and the candles were all like burning buildings, and in the middle was a Godzilla kaiju figure, and I thought that idea was just cool as heck, and so that was something unique, I guess, that I brought, and so I'm still glad that I made that picture. Still glad about it. Still like it because that unique aspect. But I don't know what it is exactly, but some possible things is like, I don't want to say I'm not the only one that gave him a freaking birthday present. like why the fuck would that matter? Like, that doesn't make, like, okay, I wasn't the only one that gave him like a drawing present, I guess. He got a couple other drawing presents, but But I don't know. Um maybe like unique. I'm trying to use that idea, the unique thing. Like what do I uniquely bring? Cuz I think that's might be what I want. It makes sense that I don't want to just draw like a character standing or something, where I'd want to draw something that's kind of unique. And I have before. It's weird because there's sometimes where like if I draw stuff for other people, it feels a little bit like pandering, if that makes sense. But yeah, so the idea of pandering is I'm not drawing what I want, but that doesn't make, well, it does make sense, but that doesn't apply to like every image I've drawn for people. And I kind of don't want to go through and think about which ones that apply to, which ones don't. But and I'm not sure if I can actually recall that feeling enough because it's been a long time since I've drawn. So it's been a long while since I've had that feeling of I'm not drawing what I want, I'm just pandering. But that might just be like a mindset, you know? That might just be a mindset. And instead, if I think of things as I'm providing this unique drawing or idea, and that they'd value. Okay, so the value part, that's probably where I think it's pandering. Because it's mostly about like, I think during the pandering mindset, it's that what I want is to be able to do what I want and have people value it. So draw what I want to draw, whatever the heck that would be. And it felt like drawing what our people, what my friend, like what would make my friends happy or whatever would be pandering instead of, I guess, I guess it would be like a feeling that people would only value it because it's the thing they wanted me to draw and not like they like the thing that I wanted to draw. I don't know. I'm starting to see like the flaws behind it, or at least the benefits of instead seeing it as like choosing to draw something that they'd value, but putting something uniquely me into it, or having it unique enough. There's just this elephant in my brain that I'm going to address. A sliver of possible existential dread that I'm going to make into an elephant, just so we can get out of the way or some shit. Ideas. Unique ideas. I could maybe draw out a unique idea. However, people, including myself, because I've thought about doing this myself, is they could take my drawings, go to someone who is better at art, more or less, and be like, hey, I want to commission, draw this picture in your style or whatever. Like, here's the outline or some shit. A sketch. Like, let's just for, so we don't have, like, ethics clogging our thought processes. It's me doing this. It's me taking a sketch that I've had out of a unique idea, going to someone I want to commission, be like, hey, I sketched this out. I'd like to commission you to make a full-fledged illustration of this idea. And to be honest, I think that would be cool to do. But if the idea is the uniqueness, then the drawing itself that I've uniquely did, the idea can be replicated. I guess I can say it can be memed, but I like memes, and like the best memes are the ones where people add some kind of twist to it that you don't expect, and it just tickles your funny bone in the best way. So I don't know, man. That kind of just makes me like it. But the elephant is, like if somebody can do the job better, then if the idea was uniquely mine, if then I don't know how to feel about that, because there's like idea guys, and I don't know how I feel now. I don't know how I feel now. It's thrown things into fucking weird different. My thoughts have thrown things in a weird different. Whoa! Holy shit! Sorry. Weird different directions that I have not expected to get out of myself. So yeah, it looks like this video might just end up being an hour long of me talking again, but you know, it happens more often than you think. But yeah. It doesn't sound too bad to me now that I'm thinking about this. And maybe it would actually help me, point me in a direction that would make me feel more comfortable with existing, I guess. I believe I've touched on this topic before of wanting to feel comfortable enough in life to where with what I do that would bring me happiness or contentment in the very least, to where, well, yeah, I talked about this in like 1 or 2 videos ago. Maybe both. But being content with what I do that might make me happy or some shit, to where I can just be more happier and be able to take care of my chores and shit better, because I know what to do, more or less. What I can do that not only I would value, but other people would value. That might be uniquely me, I guess, but the point is that I feel like most of the time I do bad habits in search for some kind of happiness or some kind of contentment. for something I can do. Though sometimes also it's just feeling like shit, and so a game gives me dopamine, and it's hard for me to tear away from that until I fucking neglect myself enough. But there's actually a couple things I feel are uniquely me. There's the Fluid Battle system, um, that I've came up with, more or less developed, and I don't even know if it's like fully developed or shit, but more or less the premise is that characters have turn-ons and turn-offs, and if a move matches a turn-on, then the character would get more horny than usual, and if it matches if an attack matches a turn off, the attack basically fails. So it's a sexual battle system where the idea is like more or less consent. So characters can't be hit by anything that turns them off, and being hit by things that turn them on is basically strategically sound. Like that's kind of the strategy you're trying to find, trying to figure out what their turn-ons are, and then spam. But there'd probably be moves for like counterplay or some shit to make it interesting that I haven't developed yet. But that's uniquely me. And then a kind of extension of that would be perverted board traveler, where it's just a game board where it has different squares. There'd be squares for fights, so the fluid battle system would come into play there. There'd be spaces for like fluid events, maybe good luck, bad luck spaces, however whatever. That's also something that is kind of uniquely me, to where I keep coming back to that. And then I guess there's drawing. I can draw some unique things. There's also a unique idea I have for a Mad Lib RPG type of thing, where you can't like, well, the concept is just like, you know, playing an RPG game, but elements of the story or even item descriptions, or like attack names, magic, or whatever. There are different things that can be randomly chosen for the player to just fill in the blanks with shit, and then play hopefully a short campaign where you can see the madness of their chosen words, filling in some gaps of the story, like the great sword that banishes evil becomes like a fucking Big Mac. But yeah, so working on these unique things makes me feel good. And what doesn't make me feel good, especially when it comes to like game dev, is hitting walls that I'm not skilled enough, that like are going to be a pain in the ass to get over. Especially if it's things that, you know, don't feel all that unique, I guess. Like, oh, I just gotta make an inventory system. Things that, like, everyone, well, not everyone, but, like, most people have, like, people have made inventory systems before. But, or balancing. Like, trying to figure out balancing shit is hard, but, like, or just the tedious shit of having to put all the right data values in the right places so that I don't know. It can be fun to see the game like continuously change with shit and be continuously added to, but I don't know. I've definitely hit some roadblocks where it's like, shit, I'm gonna have to do something that doesn't feel fun. And it's okay if it's just like a bunch of little shit, but if it's a big thing that I feel like I'm not equipped to handle and get done in just one sitting, then like, fuck, I don't want to do this, and then my motivation is drained and shit. But also, while I'm thinking about the game dev shit, the value part, you know, those are unique ideas that I value. But will other people value them enough to justify me putting the effort in to make those things a reality? Those games become real and finished and shit. And I think that's also where I have problems I a clear example is the Mad Libs RPG. I would have to make an RPG, but to just make a generic one that anyone can make, I that sounds like the simplest, but it just feels like it would be a slog to just take so much time and effort to learn how to make just a basic RPG before I can try slapping some Mad Lib stuff, mechanics to it. But I don't know. I don't feel like I don't feel like all of these things are set in stone, you know? Which makes it hard for me to actually conceptualize whether something is something or not. I know that I've felt some contentment when I was working on my board game thing, which would actually be more inspired by Loop Hero this time. So instead, you start off with a more or less blank board, and when you defeat enemies, you get like cards or whatever that you can place on the board to basically make your own tiles and traverse it and just see where it takes you or shit. But yeah, I hit a roadblock with a little bit of balancing because, well, I don't know. There's kind of like, I want to say there's a couple major balancing issues that I have in my head. But the thing is, because I haven't like put the numbers in to see how they work, I have no idea how to actually tweak shit for balance. But yeah, I'm just stuck on that right now because of not wanting to go through the tedious shit of putting numbers in the enemy objects, especially with how I've kind of made it, because it's kind of a lot of work for preparation of modding, I guess, is the best way I can put it, because I definitely wanted it to where making a game moddable is like a challenge, because you have to design things in certain ways to where it will pick up data and plant it somewhere for it to fucking make sense. And so instead of just putting the data into enemies thing for these specific first tier enemies, it would, what I'm trying to do is make it to where like it has a list of possible data or whatever, and then whatever I could have like the different things in files, the different base stats in files, and then when it creates an enemy, it will just take the base stats from the file of that specific enemy and just plug them in, and if they're a certain level or whatever, just randomly add stats that many times. But I guess it would be a process, and if I could pull it off, it would be kind of cool. But again, the value part, like, I guess I don't have to have other people value it if I value it, but something I kind of need to get my mind off of is having only one and sticking with only one and trying to find one thing that would provide me, that would be reliable for all instances. I brought up the idea of multiple kinds of comfort, and there are most likely multiple kinds of happiness, and perhaps multiple kinds of contentment. Multiple kinds of different kinds of satisfaction, perhaps. So having different things that can help provide those different comforts would probably be a good idea. So having the game projects as something unique that I value, that I can make progress in, you know, as long as I don't get fucking stuck because shit's broken and takes me like an hour and a half to figure out, oh, it's just because I made typo, and then like I'm just exhausted from it. I've done that before, holy shit. Oh, we're at an hour now. But also there's some drawing where I can possibly make a unique idea and then commission someone to make it more of a reality or something. You know? So the sketches is the unique thing I'm providing, and I'm giving it to someone else so that they can provide some value in bringing the unique idea more to life, I guess. And then there's also the thought of, possibly drawing for the people I care about, where maybe I can uniquely draw an idea for them, or even commission a thing for them for a unique idea that they would value. So I guess I have some ideas and avenues for that hopefully I can fucking remember. If not, if it seems like I'm forgetting or something, feel free to just uh, link me to this video right here, my own video. Be like, hey, or maybe even better, just clip the thing that, if you can, like clip the thing that you want me to remember or some shit. That sounds fucking cool. To remind me of some things I've said about in here. But when it comes to my YouTube channel, I'm not sure. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, I just remembered. Chaos editing. Or maybe chaos recording, because fucking maybe I can set shit up with OBS where I just do something and chaos happens in the background, or I have like unique challenges come up and shit. So like for 5 minutes I gotta do a wacky voice or some shit, which would probably hurt my throat, but anyway. Chaos editing. Seems like there's a lot of unique things I can do and bring just what prevents me from doing those unique things is, I guess, not knowing if they'll be valued. But yeah, this was actually a great talk. Thanks, me. This talking thing came out better than I thought it would be. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get some sleep like I fucking should have. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching and take care.